This video is an introductory for problem 4.1. The name of this problem is who is the best at making free throws is really what it's going to be about, and then it's making sense of percents. So I do have some notes here that would be beneficial for you to take down. Who is the best? What's the focus question is, how is a percent bar useful in making comparisons with decimals? Percent, what does it mean? It means out of 100. A percent is a special fraction which has a denominator of 100. When we say or write 68%, we mean 68 over 100, or 68 out of 100, or as a decimal, 0.68. We can write percent after a number to indicate percent, and here's the percent sign. Some common benchmarks for percent are these right here. Benchmark just means common, and probably you should know these. So 25% means 25 out of 100, or 1/4, which is equivalent to the decimal 0.25. 50% is 50 out of 100, which is 1/2, or 0.50. And 75% is 75 out of 100, which is 3/4, or 0.75. So before we start this problem, let's just do a little bit of a review here. And these fractions, or these thermometers, want us to do some things. It says, what fractions match each of the marked percent values? Well, we can do that. What fractions match the percents? All right, 0% would be 0. 25%, what is that as a fraction? Well, if we have 4 parts, the 1 out of 4 would be 1/4. 50%, 2 out of 4, 2/4, or 1/2. That's a benchmark. 3/4, and then this would be one whole. All right, and we could do the same for the teachers. So it'd be 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, 1, and then 1 and 1/4. So those fractions go with those corresponding percentages. The second part here is, it says, what dollar amounts match each? What dollar amounts match each of the fractions and percents? Well, we can do that because we know that the 6th graders, their goal was 300, and this whole thing is divided into 4 parts, so 300 divided by 4 is $75. So each fourth is $75. So 1/4 would be $75. 1/2 would be $150. 3/4 would be $225. And 100% would be 300. Okay? And then the same thing over here for the teachers. If we do 360 divided by 4, we say 1/4 would be $90, right? 1/4. 1/2 would be 180, right? 3/4 would be 270, and then 1 whole would be 360, and then 360 plus another 90 would give you 450. 450. So that's a little bit of a start on learning more about how fractions can equal percentages. In the problem today, the problem is called who is the best? Making sense of percents. So what you're going to do is you need to be figuring out, it says during a recent year, 2 NCAA teams, one made 108 out of 26 free throws, and the other made 195 out of 257. This boy named Will drew pictures similar to the fundraising thermometers to help him think about percent of a free throw made by the teams. Then he got stuck. Help Will use these pictures to decide who's a better team. So what you'll be doing next is, in class, I have a sheet that you can use to answer part A here. and you'll be able to write on the sheet and come up with different numbers that you and your group come up with. Part B, the sheet also goes with Part B. So the point of this problem is to learn about percents, understand that percents can also mean fractions. We'll also be doing a little bit of estimating. So this was an introductory for problem 4.1.